Right. Good afternoon. Let me just see if my microphone's working.
Right. Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's working. Right. Just an update on this channel. Rather, I'm talking about the milk detecting. As you know, I've not done hardly any milk detecting for the last couple of weeks, I suppose. Let me just see when the last milk detecting video was up. A week ago, so it's not too long. I will be doing some more milk detecting, but not just yet, because I'm working on something else. I'm actually in the process of doing some bushcrafting. I'm making a little base, a little shelter up at my main permission, and I want to get that done. So when I'm up there, when I'm milk detecting, if I get tired or it starts raining, I can go into my shelter. Now, I've only been up there twice so far to start on the actual shelter. I've done the back wall. I'm on this present at this time on the second wall, which I've only done like just about half of. Then I've got to do the third wall. Then I've got to do the actual roof. And I've got to do like the front. And I'm going to actually try and make like a gap there and have a front door, which will be pretty cool. It's only going to be a one-room little shelter. But what I'm decided to do is I'll have a fire pit outside, but I want to try to put like a little kind of brick fire pit inside. It's not going to be that big, probably. There's going to be enough room in there for me to lay down, so I'm going to make a bench bed. Then I'm going to put like a little shelf in there as well, so I can put some bits and pieces there, and also maybe a chair. But the fireplace, I've got to try to figure out how to do that actually, because otherwise I'm just going to get stumped on how to do it. It's going to be the wall, and the brick fireplace is going to be in the corner near the door, and I'm going to have it so that the smoke goes out at the side entrance wall, and have like a little brick fireplace funnel going upwards, so the smoke doesn't like stay in the actual cabin or hut or whatever you want to call it. So as I say, I'm doing that at the moment. Is my audio okay, Ian? Because I've been having problems with my audio apparently. Angela and Leslie saying that my audio has been mucked around. It's kind of breaking up all the time. So yeah, I've got plans on what I'm doing. Right, okay, good. Got a sound weak in a minute. Oh dear. So it is bloody tiring work doing that as well up there. It's more tiring than actually milk detecting, would you believe? Because I've got to go around picking up what branches I can find and twigs. I've been finding it very difficult to get a fire starting. The first day I was up there, it took 20 minutes to get a light on the old fire. Yesterday, I was able to do it within a few minutes because I had one of those flame torches with me. So, I was able to like bacon sausages and onions. So that was quite appetizing. I had a couple of cups of coffee up there. So yeah, pretty good, I've never really had coffee outside while building a little base. Because some people say it's like a bushcraft base. Some people say it's a bushcraft camp. Well, it doesn't matter what one it is, camp, base, whatever. Hello, Scotsman. How are you? Long time no see. So, yeah, the smoke detecting's on hold at the moment until I build this shelter. As I say, it's only going to be like one small room. I'm going to have it should hopefully be long enough for me to lay down on the bench I'm going to be building. And then after that, once I've done the bed and the four walls and the ceiling, the roof, I'm going to do a few other things outside. I want to try to learn how to make a mini table. I did make a bench yesterday, but I messed it up a little bit. The two planks, which I use from a pallet, legs there, on two separate pallets. And instead of having it like leg, it's leg and then turned around the leg. So it was like two legs practically next to each other when I should be further away. So that is one thing I've got to do when I go up there again Monday, if the weather's good. Because at the moment, we've got nothing but gales and rain and, cloudy weather here at the moment. It's been pissing down all day. Hello, Leslie. I hope so too. I've got to take my other spade with me so I can make the wall I'm working on a bit more secure. Because what I've done, I've put some little wedges in, and it ain't too bad, but I'm pretty sure when I go up there, it's going to be falling down. The back wall's going to be okay, but the side one with the gale we've been having at the moment, I won't be surprised if that is knocked down. So, if it ain't knocked down, that's going to be good. But I'm going to have to take it apart anyway and redo that wall. Lucky I've only gone halfway through it. It's just the corner posting, which was very loose. So I had to make a little stake and shove that in there. And all the cut logs I've tied on, so that might help it to stay up. I don't know. I'm just going to wait until I get there on Monday, and I'm just hoping it's going to be a good Monday with the weather. And that's YouTube with the fucking freeze framing. It's not me. So I got my other knife yesterday. This was the first one. Well, I've been grinding it, trying to get it sharp. Look at the size difference there. That's a lot smaller than that one. But I've been grinding it, and it's not too bad now. Still not that sharp, but at least it carves wood. And this one, if I can get a little bit more sharper, don't feel too bad. If I went like that, I probably would cut my fingers or my hand, but I ain't that stupid. But hopefully that one's going to be okay. If not, I'm going to have to use that for food and carving. Just like sticking hot water to disinfect it every now and then. Hello, Rose. There we go. Hang on, I've got to make sure it's the real Rose. Might be a troll Rose. Yeah, that's a... Right, hang on. I've not been on your channel much because I ain't seen you on, for one. And two, I don't know what I've done there. I hope you've had words with your moderators. Well, if you've actually modded me like you said you have, I won't be kicked out anyway. Because your moderators won't be able to kick me out. There's about 3 people who probably still got issues with me. maybe 4. 3 females and 1 male. So as long as you have words with them, you know, I've unblocked them. They can always come and watch my channel. They can participate on my channel. Oh dear. Oh, Leslie ain't got a spanner. She should have had a spanner. Let me check. That's the right Leslie. Don't know. 2 subscribers. I'll have to take a chance, make sure that is a. So yeah, so like the metal detecting's on hold at the moment inside it. Yeah, you'll have to refresh if the screen goes spinny because like it ain't me, it's bloody YouTube. I've seen a few channels like having the same issues again with a little spinny circle. I checked my internet speed; it's still like 30 megabit, like I've always had. So it ain't my internet. The microphone, as Leslie said, was breaking up chronically, so I've changed that over. I think it could possibly be the cable. So now I'm using my other ICE microphone. Apparently it's a bit more better, a little bit more clearer. I was doing a lot of test videos earlier on private to get the damn thing working. After the speaker's working, I went back on a couple of the private ones and the microphone was working. So I thought, what an idiot. So, you know, my niece Laura and Speedy Nigel was there watching. I'm asking them, you know, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? None of them was bloody typing nothing. So I typed in, can you hear me? And I thought, well, they aren't answering. So I just like went on Facebook again and like, you know, clicked on my live stream and it's working. So it seems like it's working. I don't know if it's any better than the other microphone, if it's worse or it's okay. I don't know. Don't really bother me as long as it's working. That's the main thing. Yeah, so that's it really. I just thought I'd do an update, let people know that I'm not going to be doing any more metal detecting for maybe a couple of weeks because I want to get this little shelter fixed up first on my permissions. But I'm actually building it on Ron's permission. Now, it's not a big wooded area, but you know it's big enough. If you're standing where his like little sheds are, looking over, you wouldn't be able to see it. But behind me, it's like very thin. But then like you've got like very thin wood. Then you've got like an opening where the horses usually like muck around. Then you've got more woodland there, and you've got like a pathway. And if you look down, I don't think you can see it actually. Like I actually walked onto the actual field part, and looked down, and you could see the actual back wall structure. But you know, I'm going to camouflage that later. Anyway, I'll either get some camouflaged tarp, or wait until you know the tree starts sprouting leaves. Then I'll stick a load of leaves on it. So that way it's going to be a lot more kind of like unspeakable, really, isn't it? Not unspeakable, I can't even think of the word, like a lot more camouflaged. And once I've actually made the actual structure, I'm going to put a lock on it. So it's going to have like a proper door, you know, not like, you know, the ones what we have in the house. I'm going to build one out of the wood, and I've ordered the brackets. I've ordered the padlock. So once I've done it all, got the roofs and the sides sorted out, I'm going to do the front, and then I can start leaving stuff up there. Yeah, I'm already leaving stuff over there anyway, up at, in one of the sheds which the landowner owns, kind of thing. He's got about 8 sheds, so I can put like my spade in there. I left my nails and a few other bits and pieces up there the other yesterday, and he's good enough to give me some string because I ran out and I've been using that. But I did buy some more string, so I'm okay with string at the moment. I just had to order a new axe because like my one is kind of like blunt, and I don't want to be trying to like sharpen it because I've already fucked up one knife which I've not had more than a week. So I'm just trying to think what I need to do up there. Yesterday was really cool. It was really good yesterday. I managed to get the fires lit up a lot quicker because I had my hand flame torch, which helped me to get the fire started a lot quicker. Drank a couple of cups of coffee up there. Cooked myself a dinner on an open fire. Yep, nice little cook of sausages, bacon, and mushrooms on an open fire. Oh man, it was beautiful. So when I got there Monday, I'm going to take some burgers. I've got like those ready meal burgers you get in Poundland or Lidl's or whatever, microwavable ones sticking like for about a minute. Well, when I go up there Monday, I'm going to take 2. I've got a burger and chicken burger, and I'm going to put them on a rack I've got from the Poundland, and I'm just going to like toast the bread a little bit and then cook the burgers for about 2 minutes and then just eat it. That's if I've not eaten the burgers tonight, so I might eat them tonight. But I've got pork. I've got 4 pieces of pork. I could take them up there actually. Stuff myself 4 bits of pork. I was actually thinking about getting some fish fingers. I had fish fingers for a long. I can't even remember when I had fish fingers last. I think fish fingers was probably about 10 years ago. But I was only sitting here thinking about fish yesterday. Get some fish. I've seen so many people eat steak on their YouTube channels, man. It's making me think, oh man, only if I could afford to go and get a bit of steak. That rump steak looks really lovely, but I don't like it rare or medium rare. I like it really cooked, like crispy. Not hard, crispy, but, bloody expensive. There we go. Fucking YouTube. Get yourself sorted out, YouTube. Even my video is kind of blocking it. Kind of like blurry. Shouldn't be much computer because I've done a cleanup on it earlier. You cheeky thought I was going to blow the woods up yesterday. Well, yeah, that bloody torch kept flaring up, didn't it? That's because of the wind. It was windy yesterday, and when you get a gust of air in that pipe, it does flare up. I thought it happened about 6 times, and each time I thought it was going to blow my hand up. So that's why I don't like doing it. Now, I did get some, what's the name yesterday? Well, today. Was it today? No, yesterday. I've got one of those firelighter things. This is my little kit, which I take up with me. I'm going to show you. I did do a video on it earlier, but bark. I went and got some bark from Streatham because it's supposed to be pretty good for fire lighting, but it is wet. But it ain't too wet. It has dried out a little bit. I've been sitting here with my knife and a piece of wood carving. So I've got like these little splinters. These really light up fucking quick. These do. Cotton buds. They light really well. Cotton buds. Stick the cut of them on with a bit of that, and a bit of that, and it starts working a bit better. But you've got to let it catch before you can put like twigs on. Box matches, string. I thought I'd better put some tape in there for some reason. I don't know why. My first aid kit, plasters, hay fever tablets, ibuprofen, plasters, bandage. The only thing I ain't got is like the antiseptic cleaning fluid, cream, antiseptic cream. Get it right soon. Toothpicks, because sometimes they can help to catch the thing and light a bit better. Pair of scissors to cut my plasters. A candle. In fact, there should be. There we go. 2 fairy light candles. T2. I can't talk tonight. 2 tea candles and 1 normal candle. Survival pocket knife, which is cool because it's got a fork and a spoon. And a good thing is you can take these apart like so. I've had this for a very long time in my drawer, my kitchen drawer where all my knife and forks and everything is. And when I was sorting it out yesterday, I saw this and I thought, I can use that in my camping exhibitions. So yeah, that a little knife, I think the blade's a bit blunt. Do have a new one in my bag somewhere, a new one of these with blades. And in case the matches get damp, the lighter. And in case the lighter doesn't work, I've got one of these rods. Which gives off a spark. Like so. So I actually tried this with some cotton wool in my bathroom sink today, and it really works great. So you're going to see me actually doing the proper bushcraft lighting of a fire with the fire lighter stick on Monday, if I get up there Monday. Because I said, I don't know what the weather's going to be like Monday. So that's my little kit. Yeah, I was going to actually take my tent up there and spend the night over there, but I just want to wait until the weather's better, a lot more clearer, more light. It don't get. I want to wait until it don't get dark till about 7, 8 o'clock at night now, before I actually camp out. It's just more of going up there and chilling out in the wilderness, and then a little muck about, having some coffee, feeding my face, away from the bloody computer. No, I never dreamt about doing this, honestly. I never dreamt about doing this. I've always thought about, if I had the money, I'd pack up, clear all the shit out, and go and live somewhere, another country like Canada or Alaska, but that'd be too bloody cold for me, actually. Or get myself a nice little bit of property, nice forest, and put fencing around it saying private property, no one allowed, and just go out camping with my own little bit of property every now and then. That'd be really cool. Live on the land. I still have a house, but actually go out camping a lot. But see, the thing is, the reason I'm doing this, right, because I still have fears. Because there's always been someone there, and if there ain't been no one there, you've always got a little roadway cafe, and there's always people there, right? So I've got several fears. I don't like going near deep water. I don't like going across with a bridge with deep water underneath it. So I'm either going to drown if I fall over, or if the bridge collapses, I could get crushed between the rubble when the bridge is collapsing. So I could either get crushed and drowned, or I could just get drowned. All right. I have the phobia of heights. Don't like being in tall buildings, in the block of flats. You know, this ain't too bad, you know, but if I was in a block of flats and I was on like the 6th, 7th level, I want to be able to look out the window, because I'm concerned that I might tip over and fall to my death, you know, kind of thing. So I don't like heights. I do have a little bit of a fear about darkness, you know. If all my lights went out, I'm okay, right? But if I'm outside and, you know, it gets really dark and I've got no torch, no light with me, then I'll get a bit panicky, yeah? And, you know, when I've always thought about going out camping, I thought, well, I don't really want to go out on my own, because knowing my luck, you know, with the weird people around nowadays, yeah, I'll probably go out camping somewhere and some fucking weird hatchet man probably be my, you know, stalking around, and or some crazy lunatic from an escaped asylum or something like that, or some drunkards or druggies, you know, might be walking through, you know. You know, there's always that possibility something could happen. And if you're on your own, anything can happen. You know, the worst of the worst, a werewolf, which don't exist, but, you know, I have had that fear, you know, of like being out on my own and hearing all those weird noises. Now, I watched a video the other day, yeah, and it was a really good video. And the guy said to me, right, people have fear about going camping on their own. First thing you want to do, right, is either get a tent, or, well, yeah, you would need a tent, or you do a bit bushcraft, right? Making your own, like, a shelter. An a shelter is just like several bits of wood, you know, kind of like in like an upside down V shape, yeah. It shelter you from the rain. Anyway, the video said, right, first thing you want to do is to start off, you know, doing this, yeah. Go out during the daytime, yeah, and get used to, you know, the noise around you, you know, the surroundings at night during the daytime. Once you're comfortable at daytime, yeah, start going out at night time. Now, if you're too afraid to be in, you know, really dark, creepy woods, then the best thing to do is see if you can get permission to camp on a field, you know, a farmer field, or somewhere where you've got buildings not too far from you. So if anything does happen, yeah, you can make your way to like someone's house and ask for, you know, help or whatever, you know, kind of thing. Now, being on your own, like, you know, be somewhere where you're near a road, a public footpath, or, you know, like a farmer field, yeah, and you got permission to be on the farm field, yeah, and stay there overnight and just listen, you know, for the surrounding noises. It's going to be creepy at first, you know, you're going to hear, like, you know, it depends where you are, you know, you might hear a cow mooing, or you might hear, you know, dogs barking. The scariest one, which they did mention, is the screams of the female fox. Sounds like some woman being like attacked. And a lot of people have actually had fears about that, yeah. But once you know the sound of a screaming female fox, then you're going to get used to it, aren't you? Like, either, you know, we get foxes out here time to time, depending on the year, you know, what time of the year it is. But we do get foxes outside, and when they start screaming, it kind of does, you know, a bit, well, it sounds like someone being strangled. But, you know, once you look out the window and you see these two kind of like weird eyes looking up at you, then yeah, it's a fox. So you're going to get like foxes. You might get a wild dog, barking. You're going to get like owls, tweet-touring. You're going to get like the sounds of like weird insects like frogs, toads, crickets, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So once you've been out a couple of times, those sounds will be kind of familiar, close to like houses and that. Now where I am on a horse paddock, so there are horses around. So that's one thing I've got to be wary about, because those horses could come up to me and probably knock my bloody building down. But if it's strong enough, they shouldn't be able to do it. If they can smell food, then they probably might come, be nosy and be pestering. But when I was cooking yesterday, they didn't come over. I could see them way back, but they didn't bother me. Now the thing is, right, where I am, there is barbed wire fencing, and it's electrocuted as well. So if anything happens to me during the night time, as long as I've got a decent head torch or just a normal torch with me, I can go across the field, jump over the fence, and then I'll be in the woods, the actual dark woods, yeah. And it's only like a 2-minute walk, probably a minute if you run, from where the back of where I'm building, you've got the field and you've got the woods here. So time I come out and go across the field and jump over the fence and into the woods. It's a 2-minute walk onto the main road where you've got houses. So I'm okay, It is going to be kind of freaky when I go and camp overnight for the first time. And once I've done it a couple of times, just one night, then I'm going to do it for 2 nights. And just chill out and have a good time. It is only going to be like a building for one person. But if someone like I knew wanted to come up, they'll have to bring a tent. And if they wanted to have a structure themselves, and I was willing to let them put a little structure beside me, and the landowner was okay with it, then you'll have to weather. Because at the moment, all the wood is like really wet, damp, soaking wet. So, it's hard to cut wood down at the moment as well. So what I've been using all the tree branches which have been on the floor. That's why when I was making fire the first time round, all the wood was soaking wet. Even yesterday when I was trying to make fire, I was complaining and bitching because the wood was wet, and it was wet. So what I've done, I've made like a little structure, and I've put in a Poundland, you used to be able to get those like plastic ponchos. So what I've done, I actually had 2 of them. So I put one of those ponchos on the floor, on the dirty, muddy floor here, put that there. Then all the wood that I've collected up, I put on top of that poncho. Then once I put the wood down, I put the second poncho on top of the wood, and then I put a couple of other bits of wood on the second poncho to hold the poncho down. So hopefully the wood might dry out a little bit, but because of the weather, I'm hoping it doesn't leak through the ponchos and just make the wood, the wood still wet. But I've been sitting here carving bits of wood to make wood chips, and another one here. I've also got cork, so I want to find out how good cork is, because last year when I was making fishing floats for myself and to give away to people who I knew, I bought some hooks, bottle cork. I can't say it tonight. Bottle top corks. I've got like probably about 100 corks, maybe a few more, because like when I was over the common, if I found corks on the floor, I'd pick them up as well and bring them home. So I've got quite a few corks. So I'll probably try and see what they're like at burning. I've just got to get them out of the box over there. That means taking all that off to just get the cork box. So if I remember tomorrow, I'll grab some corks, put it in with my firelighter bag and my first aid bag, and then try it out. Like I also last year, I went out and I was just like getting bits of old wood. So I was making floats out of this wood as well. And I was using my little lathe. But I forgot all about them. I mean, I've got about a dozen bits in here. And I've just been sitting there carving these as well, getting the bark off. These have been in here, in this room, and I've got all about them for about a year. And now they're really hard, they're dry, and they're definitely burned. But what I don't want to take these up there to use. I'm just going to like cut all the bark off, and then if it's dry tomorrow, just go out there and split these and make them into like apes. So I've got like little sticks. So that's what I'm going to probably do tomorrow. Or if I don't do it tomorrow, I'll just take them with me and like split them up there. So I found my other hacksaw, which I'll take in this one. I've got another hacksaw, which I'll put in the kitchen, but it's like a flimsy £1, you know, from the Poundland one. This one's a pretty sturdy one. I've got this off Amazon. I think it was about, no, actually, I got it from Homebase. This with a packet of spare blades, I think it's like £5. So this one I'll be taking with me. And the thing is, with all the stuff I've got to keep taking up there, it does get very, very heavy. My new camo backpack, it's so heavy, the bloody strap clip snapped. So I actually used my old backpack, and I've taken the clip off one of the side strips to put on the camo one, and I'm going to try to get that fixed so I can take the camo one up me. So on the last two videos, you can see me in my camo gear. Woo! The reason why the reason why I've got camo gear is because it actually masks me. It kind of like camouflages me. So if anyone's walking through the path in the backwoods, yeah, and I'm standing still, they just kind of think I'm a fucking tree or something. Because I've got my camo hat as well. I've got my camo fishing jacket, kind of thing. With fishing jacket, woodman's jacket. Got my camo pants up there. That jacket, which I bought, which was too small for me, I never got to send that back, but they refunded me, which was about £14-15, I think it was. Told them it was too small, and that I think they sent the wrong one. And I got an email a few days later saying that they've refunded me, but they didn't ask for the jacket back. No, there's it was over there somewhere. So what I'd done, I bought me Alpha jacket. I want to get like a winter coat one probably later. For next year. But this is my jacket I'll use, because I wear a coat up there. I've got a green coat, and if it gets too hot when I'm working too hard and I start sweating a little bit, I take my coat off. This keeps me kind of warm, and this is kind of thick material as well. And my trousers are kind of thick, but not thick. But they do keep me warm. My woolly boots I've got, well, they let the cold in. I should have got thermal boots, but I just didn't have the money for thermal boots. Just working on some more chips on those other bits of wood. Got some carving tools. which I'm going to make my own little wooden spoon, wooden fork, and I want to make one of those. I forgot what they're called now, like these little wooden cups that people make. They look simple enough, but it's the tools. You know, if the tools are going to be sharp enough or not. Right, let's see who's on here. Right, I said hello to Leslie, Rose, Jackie. You've got your wrench, woman. Ian. Yeah, I think, well, no one really had moderating on here anyway. Didn't have any people on here to mod part. I think Jackie and Leslie was moderated on here. So they must have got demodded through YouTube. If I joined the army, I tell you, sometimes I think, you know, I should be in the army, but I'm so unfit. I'll probably collapse on the first training day, man. I'll probably collapse and die. But no, this is because it's camo in it. It actually does camouflage you out when you're in a wooded area. Although my area isn't that wooded, because the landowner has chopped down quite a bit of trees. When I first started my building, I said to him, like, it's getting a bit hard to find, dead tree on the ground. I might have to nip onto Tom's and see if there's anything on there I can get. And he goes, well, we can always cut trees down. I said, well, I don't want to be cutting my trees down. He goes, do what you want to do. If you want to cut trees down, cut them down. I said, well, you give me permission to cut down any tree here? He said, yeah. And they're not really thick trees. They're just like, I think the thickest ones are probably about that thick, if that. So, I cut down some of the dead tree ones, which were standing and broken and like leaning down. And some of these trees are around about 20 foot, 25 foot long. But you can only get like 3 or 4, decent pieces of lumber out of it. So, and these trees ain't straight. They're kind of crooked as well. So, like, if you look at my video where I'm actually doing it, you see all these gaps. I've had to fill the gaps with, just like sticks and branches and stuff like that. And it still ain't like, covering all the holes up. So I'll put a tarp on there for now. And once I've done all the 4 walls, what I've got to do then is I'll ask my landowner if I can get some straw off him. And like, I'll just like dig a load of dirt and make some of that, I can't think of what it's called. I did see a video on it. It's just like, mixed mud and, what they used to do in the olden days, mix mud and straw and make like bricks out of it. But they also use it in like, patching up, the gaps. The Africans do it quite a lot. They use like straw and mud, clay or whatever. They cover the holes up and just let it dry, naturally. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It gets these great big fucking massive like boulders of like hay for like 25 quid for 2, but it's the cheap stuff, But what I'd have to do if he said, yeah, help yourself, I'd have to spend a lot of time cutting it all down, into small pieces. Because if you're talking like a strip of hay is about that long, rolled up kind of or straightened out, I'm going to have to sit there cutting thousands of pieces of hay to make like, stuff I can actually fill the holes in. So it ain't going to be like a building which is going to be like sitting there for a couple of months and then, probably fall down, because of the conditions. I actually want to make it look a bit like the huts they make in Africa, kind of thing. Proper good structure. So it lasts, for, good 2 or 3, 4 years. And, you've got to think, I've never done this before. So there's going to be errors. There's going to be mistakes, And as I say, you learn by your errors and mistakes. And the second wall I'm on at the moment, the side wall, the corner is very loose. So, with the wind now, what we got, we have got a bit of a gust. If it's blowing it over that side wall, then it's only going to be the side wall that's blown over, not the back wall, because the back wall is really sturdy. Just got a few gaps there. I put a tarp on it, so but I need to redo the tarp. It's a little bit crooked. You've got like a kind of like indent in it as well. So I've got to do that. But all these, can be done, as I'm going along bit by bit. But I want to finish that wall off and start the third wall on Monday, if I get up there Monday. I've got to keep keeping an eye on the weather. So if it's like really shitty tomorrow, which is going to be, Monday is the only day I can get up there. Well, I say Monday, I can go up there Monday and probably Thursday. Because it's I'm just spending the same amount of time than if I was going up there milk detecting. But I'm not milk detecting now, I'm doing this. So tomorrow, what's tomorrow like? Tomorrow's supposed to be raining tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, tomorrow, strong winds and heavy rain. Monday is sunny intervals and fresh breeze. Tuesday, light cloud and fresh breeze. And Wednesday is going to be sunny. So Monday and Wednesday I can go up there, because Friday and Saturday is going to be rainy again. Then from Saturday all around till Thursday, it's going to be kind of overcast. All right. Fuck am I my flu jab? You go shove your fucking flu jab up your rear backside, doctor's surgery. No way. I'm not in the fucking flu jab. They always put flu in the jab to get you the flu. I'm not having it. No way. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be windy with rain again. So Monday and Wednesday I'll be up there. Now I could go up there Tuesday as well, because it's only going to be moderate, light cloud, fresh breeze. It's not going to rain, I don't think. Doesn't look like it's going to rain. No, if I could, I'll go up there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But it's going to cost me about 10 quid in fares all the time, Not, in one day. It's going to know it. Actually, it won't be 10 quid. It's only one bus up there. 3, 6, yeah, about 8, 9 quid for all 3 days. But if I went up there and stayed from Monday night till Wednesday, make sure the cat's got plenty of food, drink and whatever. I know I ain't going to get the shelter done Monday, but I could take my tent with me. But then, if I take my tent, I need my sleeping bag. If I take my sleeping bag, I'm going to need the pump-up bed. If I take the pump-up bed, I'm still going to need another blanket. And then I'll have my backpack as well. It's just too much gear. Won't be able to do it. So what I could do is take my gear up there Monday, leave a lot of it there in one of the sheds, which is usually locked up when he goes, or he just closes it. He tells me where it is, and when I need it, like my big spade, for instance, I leave that up there. I left nails, I left bottles up there, and a few other bits up there yesterday. So when I go up there, all I've got to do is go to the shed, get it, and take it over to my little campsite. But what I'm going to do tomorrow on Monday is leave half of what I take up there and come home with a lighter backpack. Then Tuesday I could go up there with a tent and just like camp out overnight and come home Wednesday evening maybe. I don't know yet. I've still got that fear factor of being up there on my own. And if it's going to be like cloudy and like, partial windy, no, my luck. Even if I'm in it or not, the tent might get carried away, blown up in the sky, hurricane. Like, oh, is it now? Can't think of the bloody movie now. Wizard of Dorothy, when she gets caught up in the, tornado. Just turn this off. Bloody fell up with messages. No, I could do with a chainsaw actually. I was looking at chainsaws and like fucking expensive, man. Chainsaws, you're talking about nearly £100, aren't you? A chainsaw. But Ron, my landowner, said to me, "If you want to borrow my chainsaw, just let me know." I don't want to keep, taking stuff off him and buying stuff off him because he's good enough to let me be up there. He's good enough to let me build a little base up there as well. A little camp base, whatever you want to call it. And, I've not done nothing for him really. I've always offered, like, he had to do his roadway and put like stone chippings down. I said, "You need help, let me know, I'll come up and help you." The only thing I have done was I bought his horses a bag of carrots. I bought dogs because he's got about 6 dogs. I bought them a bag of treats, and then I bought some bird seed for his chicken and hens. And that's all I've done, kind of thing. But he's always like said, "Well, if you need anything, just let me know." But he's given me permission to do milk detecting up there. And those given me permission to build my little camp. So when I go out there, I can start there a couple of days. You're going to get people, poor old Terry got to be all alone. Look, a cat can be on its own for up to 48 hours. Longer than that, actually. As long as she's got plenty of food and drink and, her toilet thing is clean, she can be on her own for 3 nights. And the vet told me that. So it's 40, it's like 40, 62 hours on her own. So she's going to be okay if I do spend, 2 days up there. Where did I put them? I've lost them. If someone tells me that they can't see me unless I wear a mask, right? I go out with this mask. I have got some face masks. I'll go out like this. Well, this covered me from the coronavirus. Can you imagine that? Why are you wearing that? Oh, well, I can't find my face mask, so I had to wear this instead. You know, hopefully that will keep me away from the coronavirus, you know. Oh, you devil, you little devil. Antiseptic cream, that's it, yeah. God, it's hot behind this mask. You know, I know it's hot in there. I found that when I sorted that bloody shit out over there. I was trying to find my other saw, right? And I forgot that I put it on the shelf, you know, the top cupboard in the kitchen. Got all about, I put it there. And I pulled all that lot over, and boxes were flying everywhere. And I thought, the whole room got covered with like boxes flying everywhere. Not poltergeist, just that, you know, it's just where they were settling, and I've kind of like lost balance, and about 8 boxes full of stuff just fell over. Got really pissed with it, man. So I thought, right, you know, some of these boxes I don't need, and I chucked them away. I took them down the skip. Not the skip, the bin. But I do have those, like, you know, normal face masks. But I can't remember what I'm done with the damn things. I've got plain ones, and then I've got the ones with the little air vent thing. The fuck can I remember what I've done with. So I'm over here somewhere. So I pulled all this out the other day. I probably put them in one of the boxes. Here they are. Here they are. Under the box that I bought. I went to the job centre the other day, right, last Monday, because I had an interview with the advisor. And I had one of these in my coat pocket, because I thought, well, if I see people wearing them, I might wear my one. Now, all on the bus, no one was wearing them. Everyone on the street weren't wearing them. And when I saw people coughing and sneezing, they weren't wearing nothing. So I had my interview, and I went down to speak to someone else in the job centre. And I pulled this, you know, I was looking for something, I pulled it out. He goes, "Don't tell me you went and bought a mask." I said, "No, I've had these for quite a while, actually. I had a little woodworking hobby, and I was making my own fishing weights and stuff. And, you know, because I've got asthma, I don't want to be breathing in, you know, the little bits of wood dust." But because the coronavirus around, you know, I thought, you know, be best, you know, be better than sorry kind of thing, you know. So, because last year I bought 2 packets of 6. Because it does have an actual air vent there. So, I'm going to take a couple of these with me Monday, actually, because, like, you know, when the wind was blowing, the smoke, God, bloody hell, the smoke was killing me. So they are going to go with me on Monday. When I'm getting a bit tired of working, I'm going to be sitting there, and I'm either going to take this book with me, Ray Mears, Essential Bushcraft, or I might take this one, Food from the Wild. I was looking for fungi and mushrooms, couldn't find anywhere. Not time for the year for them to come out yet, but I'm going to start, you know, looking at the wildlife. I did not know you could eat quite a lot of the plants and weeds that grow outside. I've been watching a lot of videos. Like, the berries, I didn't think you could even eat because I thought that's poisonous, but there's so much food you can eat out there. You've got wild garlic, you've got dandelion, you've got burdock, you've got stinging nettles. You can even eat stinging nettles. What you've got to do, though, is, because the stinging nettle will sting you, because they've got those little hairs underneath that sting you, right? If you wear a pair of gloves and stick them in boiling water, right, you can actually have a stinging nettle soup, right, which is meant to be quite nice. And if you actually pull the roots out, right, I think it's on the stinging nettle ones. If you get the roots and dry them out and crush them, it's meant to make nice coffee. That'd be good, wouldn't it? And I won't have to keep going out and buying expensive coffee all the time. So the other day I went to Poundland and I bought 3 different sachets. You get like 10 for £1 in one box, get 8 in another packet for £1. Then you got another packet with 12 in for £1. So I bought 3 different ones. And I took a couple of them with me the other day and just brewed up a cup of coffee with me kettle. Took a kettle up there as well, a little cup. Yeah, I've got this one here. How to identify edible mushrooms. I actually done a screenshot of these books and posted them on Facebook here. And would you believe Simon James? Simon James. He actually sent me a message saying, "Steve, you're going to pick mushrooms. You've got to be bloody careful, mate. Yeah, because it says it in the book. It does mean it's edible. Some of them are very poisonous and very, very deadly. So I said, well, because I've got a book on it, it don't mean I'm going to pick them and eat them. Because the mushrooms I took up with me the other day, yesterday, were actually from Lidl's. The coconut ones, or whatever it's called. So that's the ones I cooked yesterday. But what I want to do is, if I see any kind of like mushrooms or fungi, I'm going to bring one home of whatever I find, and I'm going to do pictures of them and put them on Facebook and ask people if they're edible or not. And I'll also look on the inside the book as well. And if there are edible ones, then yeah, I'll might start picking some. I did actually buy some seeds at Lidl's the other day as well. So another thing I want to do, and I've never, ever in my whole life been interested in gardening or anything like that, But I thought, hey, if I'm going to have a base, a little camp, maybe I should get some seeds and do a little garden up there. So I bought some garden cress. I bought some cucumbers. I bought some lettuce. I bought some tomatoes, onions. Oh, I've got 2 onions. I thought one of them was potatoes. Oh, well, I'll have to get, I bought 2 onions. Damn it. I'll have to go to Lidl's and get potatoes. And what I want to do is, I want to make a little garden and plant some of these and see if they actually grow. And, try to grow my own food this year. I know the horses, they can be a pain. They feed off, the grass and shrubs and stuff like that. Well, once I've built the building, my little shed, my little cabin, my little hut, or what you want to call it, I've told Ron I'm going to build like a little corral, and that's going to be like, a fence, so it stops the bloody horses trying to get through. I might ask him if he's got any barbed wire spare I can use as well. If not, I'll ask him how much it is and get him to buy some for me. Well, I could always, like, ask him if he's got a spare battery and fucking electrocute the corral. So if the horses do come over, they just get a little shock. And it ain't that painful because I accidentally hit the fence. I climbed over the fence about 3-4 weeks ago, and I thought it was electrocuted. And yeah, whoa, what a little jolt I got. Fucking flew me back a little bit. So yeah, that's why I bought these, so I can learn a little bit more about the wildlife and, being outside. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, why not try and, plant some stuff and see if my growing techniques and, work. No, my luck, the soil might not be good, but don't get horses leave shit around. Ponies leave shit around, right? That's good fertilizer, isn't it? So all I've got to do is walk around with my spade and pick up the shit and put it on top of here. Now, I'm not saying that, when it grows, if it grows, it's going to taste shitty. It might taste nice. So I won't have to go out buying manure or fertilizer when I plant it, will I? So I've got 8 horses near me. Well, I say horses, Shetland ponies, donkeys, whatever. No, ain't no donkeys there. But, little baby horses, that shit everywhere. So, yeah, I'm okay with horse shit, aren't I? That's good. Plenty of that around. I've even trodden a few bits of horse shit and fucking carried it home on my boots. All right, so what else I'll say? Werewolf. Woo! It'd be like Dog Soldiers when them two in Scotland. Have you ever seen that film, Dog Soldiers? It's fucking great. A platoon goes on like a normal kind of like random platoon. I kind of think like they've got to do something here. But at the beginning of the film, there's 2 people tenting out in the old forest in Scotland, and they're just about getting comfy, doing the the normal business, and they hear a noise outside the tent, and they both get up and look, and as they sit up, the tent is split open, and a werewolf munches on them, and the platoon that's gone out on removals, that's the word I was trying to think of, end up finding another platoon which has been slaughtered, and there's just one person left, and they managed to get attacked by the werewolves, and they try to escape, and as they're escaping, this woman drives down a long dark country woodland road and sees them, running for their lives, and she picks them up and takes them to this little house out of nowhere. And they didn't realise until towards the end of the film, the woman who picked them up was actually a werewolf as well. And the werewolves that have been chasing them were the people who lived in the house. So the werewolves knew exactly where they'd be. Going to watch that again tonight, actually. It's a fucking great movie. You haven't seen it. It's called Dog Soldiers. But yeah, I don't have a gun and I don't have silver bullets. So if a werewolf comes along and he wants to chomp on me, then what am I going to be able to do about it? I'm just going to say, okay, what? I'll tell you what, Mr. Werewolf, scratch me, infect me, and I can become a werewolf. We can have our own little werewolf clan. That'd be fun, wouldn't it, eh? Yeah. What shit am I fucking talking about, man? I don't know. I talk so much fucking bollocks sometimes, don't I? Oh. We can't hear you when you walk away to find wood. I know that The thing with the camera, right, is that you can see the activity I'm doing without carrying the camera with me all the time, and you know, hearing the camera being knocked around on the bloody tripod. No, if you watch the first video of me going down here, I did some walk bys, didn't I? Well, the second one, yesterday's one, I didn't do no walk bys because I was having problems with the camera, and there's people around, I think, that I could hear, and I didn't want to put my camera there and record it, because what I had to do, the way I've got to do it here, is put the camera on the stand, turn the video on, record. I've either got to go around the back and then come along the pathway, or I've got to walk down the pathway and then come back up the pathway towards the camera and cut it, then move on to another section and do the same thing. Now, on the first one, before I got to the field, you can see the camera facing down a pathway, but you could hear like rustling. Well, that's me going round the back of the camera, going through some bramble and going onto footpath and coming down. So if I put the camera there and recording, I'll go down the pathway, then come back. When I get home, I've got to cut that bit out where I've walked down the pathway, unless I want that bit on there, and I don't want that bit on there. So what I'm trying to do is, like with some of my old videos with that EE camera, you know, that camera should actually record with the watch strap I've got, but it's only like connects from the camera to the watch thing for a certain length, like, you know, probably about 20 yards. If I'm like 30 yards and I press record, it's not going to record. It won't actually do it. So I've got to do it, turn it on, walk around. Because if you watch some of the other videos, yeah, that's what they've done. They set the camera up and press record, and they've walked like 100 yards, and then they stop, and it looks like they've just started coming up into the camera view. And as they get to the camera, they walk past it. Yeah. Now, that's one clip. Now, you ain't going to want them, you know, viewers seeing them walking down the pathway and then coming back up. So what you got to do is you record it, and although it's recording you walking down the pathway, when you want to come back and make it look like you're just coming into the pathway for the first time and coming into camera view and walking down towards the camera and past it here, you've got to take that first bit out where you're walking away from the camera. It's where you want it when you're walking towards the camera. So it is, you know, a bit of a tedious and tiresome bit of editing you got to do. And, you know, I think people do like that way as well. Now, I do watch a lot of videos on here, you know, especially like bushcrafting and camping and tenting and cooking and stuff like that. Some people don't even talk on the videos. They just have the sound of the wilderness, you know, the cries of the wolves or the foxes or the owls. Or like yesterday when I was out here, and the day before, you know, a couple of days before then, on both my videos, if you listen carefully, I've got some interesting sound effects on there. It's not so much just like, you know, the horse that might, you know, done it kind of thing. It weren't so much the sound of the wind. It weren't so much the sound of the birds, but you did hear on both of my videos the sound of knocking from a woodpecker. Now, you don't really want music going across that, do you? You know, there will be times where I'm going to be sitting there and I'm not going to say a thing if I can help it, you know. Some of the videos won't be, you know, talking on it. I wouldn't mind trying to put a little bit of music background on it. But with every time I put music on my bloody videos, it gets fucking copyrighted. But, you know, there'll probably be some videos where I'm not talking. I'm just sitting there chilling out, you know, probably reading, carving. You know, the only thing you won't see me do is go to the bathroom. Someone said to me, "Hey, Steve, what if you want to go for a piss or go for a dump?" Well, I don't know if everyone's got a bathroom. I think he has, but I don't really want to ask him, hey, Ron, can I use your bucket to have a shit, mate? No, what's the wilderness for? What happens to all the thousands and millions of people who go out camping, whenever they want to go camping? They take a spade with them, dig a hole, drop their drawers, take a few little squeeze, wipe their arse, and then cover the hole up again. Now, what happens to that? Well, nature. Nature takes its course. It eats your crap, and the bog roll just kind of disintegrates, don't it? Or the insects might chop up the toilet roll and take it and use it as nesting. So you're not doing anything really bad by taking a piss or a dump. Even the piss, the urine, is like it's water in it, really. So you're when someone goes and you're walking through a woodland, hang on a minute, I'm just gonna water the plants. That's what you're doing. You're watering the plants, are you? You're watering the trees, whatever. You're giving them water. That's what it is. You ain't gonna piss in the cup and drink it straight away, are you? Not like Bear Grylls does. Have you seen some of these videos? He actually pisses in a bag or a cup or something, and actually drinks it after he's peed in it. Oh. But you can actually drink pee. It's good for you. And not only that, if you boil it, right, it takes off, that bitterness. And it's just like, once it's boiled, it's just like normal, fresh drinking water again. See, I watch these videos. I learn. That's why I don't come on people's channels and start shit with them anymore. I don't come on Rose's channel or Mark's channel or anyone's channel to be a pain in the arse and be a troll and thumbs them down. On my other channel, right, on my Bushcraft channel, I've been watching so many videos. I've probably subscribed to about 60 to 80 channels, and I'm getting notifications about 20 times a day, and I'm trying to catch up with those videos so I can see what they're about. So I'm learning. I'm trying to learn about the outside world. Camping, and I'm just trying to get away from this shit. I'm trying to get myself better. I'm trying to do something useful before it gets to before I get too old and fucking drop down dead. Because you think about it, how many times when people know they're going to die, they say, oh, I wish I'd done this before, my time's up, I wish I'd done that. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do things I've not done. No, if I didn't have the fear factor of the heights, I'd like to go and jump out of a fucking aeroplane with a parachute. But no, my luck, I'll probably get over the fear of the heights in an aeroplane. And, I'm jumping out. I'm thinking, yeah, this is cool. Now, hang on a minute, is my parachute going to open? Because if it ain't, that's going to be a nasty death. Falling flat on your face and splatting everywhere. That's another thing I probably wouldn't want to do. But, that's how you face your fear, I suppose. You do things that... I watch a guy, YouTube channel, right? And this guy's crazy. He climb anything. It doesn't matter how high it is. He's been on buildings, which is probably about 1,000 foot high. He's been on cliffs, and he's right on the edge. And, even with a little gust of wind, I'm thinking he's going to fall. He's going to fall. But he doesn't. See, he can actually contain his balance. And when I'm seeing him, when he looks down, would you believe it actually kicks in my fear factor? It makes me feel if I'm going to, vomit. It gives me the dizziness. I'm turning away from the video and just peeking every now and then to make sure, when he's finished. And when he's finished and he's back on the ground, I can watch the rest of the video unless I fast forward it. So, that's why I'm doing this, to try to at least combat some of my fears, especially being out on my own in the dark wilderness. It's not going to be completely dark, because I'm going to have torches. I'm going to have what I did find. What do I do with it? 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 Oh, don't tell me I put it somewhere. No. I got this from a charity. I picked this up from a charity shop here. And I was going to pass it on to someone or give to someone. A lot of this nice little, all that candle in here, like lovely, and that'll be hanging in my building when I've made it. But I do want to get some of the, you know, the ones where you fill up with fuel, the proper ones. Because when I go camping, all what I've got when I'm camping over Clapham Common is a little fucking torch hanging down. But I want to get some of those, you know, with the, what are they called again? I can't fucking think what they're called now. Come on, help me out. Can't think what they're called. What's that up called? It's like a torch, but it's not a torch. Lantern. I want to get a gas lantern and have one of those in my room, in my building. You know, I'm not going to have gas inside the building. You know, it's going to have, I'm going to make it like a little box structure and have the gasoline. I can even get some off Ron. He said he's got gasoline I can use. Because when I told him about my first attempt at my fire, it took me 20 minutes. He goes, you should come and ask me for a bit of gasoline. I said, wouldn't it just exploded? He goes, no, it's not like petrol. You know, put a match to the petrol, it goes boom. But gasoline, no, you just put a match in and it's just like, you know, a normal lighter fluid. Well, I suppose like, well, I can't remember what he said, but he said, if you need that, son, just let me know. And he's been pretty good, you know. He just always said to me, if I need something, let him know. And I've not really asked him. You know, even if he says, like, I can have it, I don't really want to be asking for it. I want to, you know, I want to work for it. If he says I can have so-and-so, yeah, you know, I have offered him my time. I said to him, if you ever want me to help you out with something, just let me know. But he hasn't asked me. So if he hasn't asked me to help him to do things, I can't really ask him to let me keep doing things. Like, you know, he's given me permission to do milk detecting. Now he's given me permission to, you know, do my little camp. I've got a wooden shopping trolley, actually. And I've also got one of those suitcases with wheels on. Because that's what I use when I go camping over Clapham Common. I can't carry it all, you know, even my backpack gets filled up with my fishing gear. So I've got one of those suitcases that I use for camping. I know I don't need camouflage in my bedroom. I just thought I'll show it off to you, you know, a bit of fancy dress night tonight, you know. Still fucking raining outside. No, I ain't got a chainsaw. But as I said, like, Ron did say to me, you know, if I want to borrow it, I can borrow it. I said, Ron, if I use it, I'll probably go and chop your leg off. He goes, well, you're that afraid to use it, just let me know and I'll come and, like, you know, cut some wood down for you. I said, all right, thanks, mate. Because, like, the first wall, you know, the sticks or the branches I'm using at the back wall, you can see it's like, you know, kind of uneven. It's like, you know, spiky. And, you know, I've got to cut it to a level. So, you know, I'm going to wait until I've done 4 walls first. And then before I do the roofing, I'm going to ask him to come around with the chainsaw and then, like, you know, just cut away the odd bits. You know, even when he cuts it off, you know, them odd bits ain't going to be wasted. They're going to be used as fire fuel. So, you know. But, you know, where it's been so wet and fucking miserable, all the wood I've been using is wet, soaking wet, you know. It's so hard to make a fire. Why don't you throw shit out while you sort shit out? Yeah. I have put WD-40 on it. That's supposed to stop squeaking, but it still squeaks. I need a new chair. This chair is knackered. I've had this chair over 2 years. I need a new chair. I just ain't got the money for a new chair. No, as I say, there's a lot of stuff in that book which I want to read because like there's so much things that you can, you could go out here and think, like it's just a plant. Well, if you think about it, carrots, vegetables, they come from a plant, don't they? Just that it's things that they don't, put in shops. Oh, I ain't eaten at all today yet. All I've had is a chocolate bar. You know what? I'm gonna have to have them burgers. I can't be bothered to cook the pork because I ain't got nothing with the pork. I could have pork. I could have what mushrooms I've got left, and an egg. I don't. The thing is with me, I buy eggs and I keep forgetting to eat them. I'll put them in the fridge, and I think I can't be bothered to cook that today. I can't. I chucked out over a dozen eggs the other day, where they just kind of like been sitting in the fridge for months, and they've gone past the void mark, the expiry date. So I threw like 12 eggs away. But I did buy, a new packet of 6. And I was going to take a couple with me yesterday, but I thought, no, sausage, bacon, and mushrooms. I was going to cook some onion, but I couldn't be bothered. Just too much. Time I cooked the onion, the egg and bacon and bloody mushrooms would have been cold. No, I have got like one of those Indian takeaways, but the thing with that, I put it in the microwave and it's 8 minutes it takes to cook, right? My microwave stops working 4.5 minutes into cooking. And then what I've got to do, I've got to wait 10 minutes for it to cook again for 2 minutes. Then I've got to leave it another 10 minutes to cook it again for another 2 minutes. So it's like to cook a fucking Indian takeaway meal, one of those ready cooked ones, it takes me bloody 20 minutes just to cook the damn thing. Don't fridge eggs, they last longer. What are you on about? I always put eggs in my fridge. That's what the fridge is there for, isn't it? Well, I can do it 3 lots, but every time I cook it, I've got to wait 10 minutes for the microwave to cook again. Because as soon as it's cooked 3 minutes, the microwave just shuts itself off. And it doesn't matter, put it on warm, medium heat, or full heat. It cuts it off around about 3.5 minutes every time I cook it. And then I've got to wait 10 minutes before I can put it back on. And then time it's done that, the second time when I go to cook it, the first time it's been cooked, it's gone cold. So then when it's cooking the second time, it's just warming it up, isn't it, really? Then it gets cold again because you've got to wait another fucking 10 minutes. So when you do get to eat it, it's not hot. It's just warm. And I can't scoop it out and put it in a fucking frying pan because it don't taste nice that way. No eggs in fridge. Well, I always put eggs in fridge. My eggs have been in there for a couple of days. Mind you, I only bought the fresh ones about Saturday, I think it was. So they'll probably be eaten before then. What I might do is that means I've got to take milk. Well, I could buy a bottle of milk, but then get wasted, won't it? So if I buy one of those small bottles here of milk, what I could do is take buy a bottle of milk when I'm up there, because there are shops not far from me landowner's place, just a 5-minute walk. But it mean like getting off the bus 2 stops before my place is, or where his place is. I could get the milk on Monday. I could take some eggs with me and a bit of butter, take a saucepan and scramble up some eggs. Or I could just fry them. So I've got these little squirty bottles, which I mainly bought for metal detecting. Fill them up with water so you can squirt water on the coins, get all the mud off. But I filled 2 of these up with cooking oil, and I've already used one. I think I lost the other one, but it doesn't matter because I've still got like five bottles in here, and the other one's in the kitchen. So I filled these up with cooking oil. That's how I cooked my food yesterday. So I think I might take some eggs with me if I can find something to put them in without them getting broken. And I can fry some eggs. So fry the eggs. I think I've got a couple of rations of bacon left, and a couple of sausages, I think, still. But I don't really want. I'm going to have that tomorrow. I think I'll probably have that tomorrow. The rest of the bacon and sausages. I might take the pork up. I've got 4 bits of pork. Stick that on the frying pan with herbs. Yeah, pork with herbs. Keep the mushrooms. Take the mushrooms with me. I might take some cheese and grate some cheese on it, like I normally do. Oh, you got to try herb pork with cheese, man. It's really lovely. So yeah, I'll probably do that. 4 bits of pork, 2 in the pan. When they've cooked, eat them, and then cook the others when I'm eating them. So I can eat all 4, or I might just take 2. I don't know. But the rest of the bacon sausages I might eat tomorrow, actually. I don't like powder milk. Fucking horrible powder milk. Can't stand powder milk. Fucking hell, 9. Right, I'm going to go because I've got to cook something to eat. I'm hungry. Well, actually, no, I'm going to have a ham and cheese sandwich with Branston pickle and a touch of barbecue sauce with it, and a couple of bags of crisps. That's my dinner now, before the bread goes out of date. So I only buy a small loaf of bread now, and sometimes I don't even eat all that, and it gets a bit out of date-ish. I think I've got to eat that by Monday anyway. I know what I can do. Take some bread, a bit of butter, or butter. Speak English, Stephen. Some bread, some butter, and the pork, and have a pork sandwich. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, I'm going to go. I'll catch you all later. But if you haven't seen my channel already, there's the link. Go over and subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell for upcoming videos, because there will be one Monday if I get out Monday. And yeah. You'll see me in my camo gear again. I'm surprised this is dry, actually. Yeah. Be back out there with my camo gear on. building my building, cutting down wood, chopping down trees, trying not to walk around too much in horse shit. And while I'm waiting for my dinner to cook, I might take one of my books up to read with me. What was it called? I might take Ramirez. Looks interesting. Now, I have been looking for fungi and other stuff, but I've not seen them at the moment. So I don't think it's actually, I don't think all the fungi and what's the name are sprouting this time of year. I did see some fungi yesterday, but there's only one I saw. And it looked old and, crappy. Right, catch you later. I'm going to go make myself a sandwich. I'm hungry. Laters.